Huh? I'm pretty sure I fell asleep.
Well, then it's just as I thought. While you're asleep, our connection is much
Wow,
stronger.
that's definitely not a creepy thought to be having.
Confidence. Splendid. As I mentioned previously, the archetype grows and develops anew through encounters with others. Look for those bearing the nobility and presence of the heroes and kings of old. More virtuous than the weight of any crown or medal is the burden you place on your own path forward. The more comrades and supporters who stand beside you, the more your power will deepen as you soar to new heights.
So if it wasn't obvious the other 5 times he said it, that's your hint on how to get stronger.
Own future.
Make friends and don't be a dick.
Just as
I know, it's very difficult.
is my idea.
But if I can do it, there's probably something wrong.
What do you mean, supporters? We're trying to keep out of the public eye here.
I mentioned before, did I not? There is no hero without allies. Only a single voice in opposition. In other words, even archetypes have their own strengths and weaknesses. They'll be of little use if you
Have you ever played a game called
apart.
Pokemon?
Be attentive, mindful, and strategic. Only then can you emerge victorious. When you feel unsure how to proceed, I recommend you stop, assess your surroundings, and think. The smallest observation is often our greatest inspiration.
Okay, I'm on to you, Buster. You can leave at any time you want. I refuse to believe you didn't get that from the back of the fortune cookie.
Until we meet again.
Finally, we found a ride. Looks like we should make it in time for the funeral after all.
Last time we rode in a public carriage, it was hit by bandits. A pack of Louise zealots, too, if I remember. Talk about a nasty surprise.
You've come a ways since then. Any bandits who set on us now are in for a nasty surprise.
Reminds me of the road to the fort, sitting there in the cart. Never could have imagined you and I would be the only survivors.
To be fair, we are the only people with dialogue portraits. It's to be expected. And, oh, right, dialogue choices. I think I picked option 1 in my first playthrough. Fuck it, option 3. I love how I put more thought into my dialogue choices than genuine social interactions.
Oh, I wasn't really complaining. I know what I signed up for.
Honestly, Stroll, I doubt that. You seem like the type of person to get lost in the soup aisle.
Everything we thought we knew about the world was wrong.
Well, plenty of people live their lives without taking a single step outside their city. But we haven't the luxury of ignorance, I suppose.
We're almost to the capital. Quiet now, and stay sharp.
10-4, copy that.
Milady,
Oh, my apologies. I'll be quiet.
making the trip.
After so long, I am only surprised anyone remained here who yet remembered me.
Surely you jest, milady.
Pay me no mind. I heard of the king's death. The skyline is full of unfamiliar figures. 'Tis a testament to how long I've been away.
It's the guard that's changed the most. It's just chaos and politics there, arguing over matters of succession. Feels like we've lost sight of who we're even protecting. Not to mention talk of monsters at the border. We've nowhere near enough soldiers to deal with them on top of everything else.
After tomorrow, the city will calm. Once the formality of the funeral is past, a new king will be crowned. After which, I suppose there'll be no further need of a search party. Not many even remember we were searching in the first place.
The fog's rolling in. Rain's the last thing we need.
Can this funeral withstand more misfortune? I've heard they don't have enough soldiers to keep the peace.
Oh, it'll be fine. All the aristocrats are bringing their own personal guards. I imagine boredom's the worst we need to worry about.
Let's not draw attention to ourselves.
Okay, copy that. Let's not draw attention to ourselves, Mr. Grius, sir.
We'll talk details once we're there.
There at the Hushed Honeybee Inn, we'll talk about our plans to assassinate a man. Okay, sounds good.
Here we go.
Grius went ahead. Let's hurry after him. Why did we just let him teleport off screen? Who knows? This loading screen is brought to you by Peak AF. No, seriously though, look at that style. And it really helps flesh out the world too, because instead of just giving you like a loading, you see your character walking through the big city. It helps give Grand Trad that sense of scale without needing to add like 16 useless areas. Oh right, I forgot. We have an inn to find. I don't know what the developers were intending for this, because there's some really cool stuff you can find in this section that I'm going to purposely ignore, because if you literally just look at the bottom left corner of your screen, or just hit the map key, you'll see the inn is marked on your map! Welcome to modern gaming, where talking to NPCs is a big fat no-no. And in other news, Agreus, we heard all the soldiers at the fort got annihilated, but not to you, I see. About that. Don't worry, nearly all the sun's shades are on your debt. Not any of us here will be running our mouths now, but a boobity. Okay, now that I've offended all of Italy in my collector's edition of Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, finally, a place to get a proper rest. Something good's cooking too, I can smell it. Let's hurry inside. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the most dangerous thing in all of reality.
You're back?
No, it's not a fox milf.
Welcome home!
Ah! A British child!
Hi, Maria. I trust you've been staying out of trouble. Well, new recruits. Just enlisted.
More souls for Brother Soup.
I'm Fabienne. This inn is my business and my home. Manners, Maria.
Welcome.
Get away from me, you British demon!
Where's my old...
Oh, sorry, I just realized I said British twice. You can tell I really need to start scripting these.
Something happened.
Something bad. Barely any survivors.
I see.
I didn't know Grius had a daughter.
Shh! Be quiet, Stroll! How else is he gonna teach us to bag that foxy now?
Of course. It wouldn't be the honeybee without her.
Wait, so you just let British people into your establishment? That's so progressive of you! Oh my goodness!
I'm sure you would...
Oh my god, that voice crack.
Once we're done, we'll head upstairs.
That was delicious, especially the meat. I wasn't expecting it to have such a kick, but it grows on you fast.
Stroll! Oh my god, that wasn't me! That was a crumpet!
Bird.
Speak to me, lad!
One of our hometown special.
Oh my god, he's gonna start craving hipster water and there's nothing I can do.
Me, and to help the resistance. I owe her more than I can say.
You said we were short-handed, but are we really the only ones?
Yeah, and we're gonna be down another member soon. Can you guess who, Stroll? Oh, I'm sorry, Strollathan?
But it seems none could avail themselves to us. Which means we're the only ones who can do that.
Still killing Luis. That's not going to be an easy feat.
Grius, do you have a plan? Fill us in.
Midway through the funeral, in broad daylight, that's...
Really smart!
It's risky, to be sure, but we'll never find a better chance at confronting the man directly. Don't worry. I'll be the only one getting close to him.
But what if I want an autograph and a handshake with him?
All I need is an opening. And don't rely on your fancy powers for this, all right? It'll attract too much attention. Killing a man and slaying a beast are two very different things.
Actually, Man Bear Pick?
Right.
Natural libtard.
against an archmage. Isn't there anything we can do to help?
Yeah, why don't you just give the knife to Strolithan? I'll give Luis a warm London welcome, and he'll be home by tea time.
Wine he is. A fast kill, if not a clean one. It's nothing I've not done before. Give me my opening, and the man's dead.
You know, Strolithan did call you insane, but really, I think this is a genius plan.
I suppose.
Surely nothing will go wrong.
Last thing. Keep Maria company a while, would you? The girl gets lonely on her own.
How? British people are some of the most sociable people I've ever met. They always give me a warm welcome to the hospital.
Best that it's done as far from her as possible.
Oh, wait, okay, I get it. You're worried you're going to get infected with the British.
If I don't want to be alone.
It's okay. I understand. If I was Scottish too, I wouldn't...
I'd feel bad leaving Maria all alone. Shall we go?
No. Central. He's already infected. Don't make me do it. Don't make me.
The pure-hearted maiden.
Okay, are you sure she has a heart? I mean, okay, I'm sorry. I said I'd stop. I'll stop.
And a new power yet slumbering within thee may awaken.
Since we suffered for that, we can now study the healer archetype. You have 3 guesses as to what it does, and the first 3 don't count. I can sense the heroic embodiment of the healer from Maria.
I wonder if Papa will stay for longer this time. It'd be sad if he had to leave right away.
Wait, Governor, I'm sure he'll stay. Oh my god, it's infecting me!
I think I'll try to read a little bit more, and then I'll go find Miss Fabian and go to bed. Alright, I'll try to read this part now. In this country, the something king hears the voices of the city and protects their way of life. What's this say?
Society's purpose is to protect its citizens. This is a basic principle of this utopia.
Yeah, well, what is society? When I can pee, when I pee, and poo.
No conflict.
When I poo, but not pee when I poo.
Help, basically.
Or poo and
So there's
pee.
no fighting. And everyone always gets along.
Society.
Where is this place? No one gets left alone there, right? I wish I could go.
No, go to bed. And don't ever think about jumping the border of your country ever again.
Going to bed anytime soon.
I know I said I would stop, but I am not the same person that I was 2 minutes ago.
Begins the procession to the Grand Cathedral.
The king's casket has left the castle. The procession will take the main streets to its destination, the Grand Cathedral. I'll have you blend in with the guards posted there. On my mark, you'll create a distraction. Draw Luis's attention.
What, with the soldiers? But our uniform...
I had Fabienne patch them up.
Why? We could have just mugged an officer. They're like 20 XP.
All night. Let me see.
Thanks for keeping Maria company yesterday. I'd appreciate if it wasn't the last time.
Oh, don't worry.
Don't worry.
I'll handle
I
it.
appreciate it. The girl just has trouble making friends is all.
Gee, I wonder why. Could it be the overwhelming smell of hipster water?
Leave.
What does she smell like? Old Grey? English breakfast? Harmonica mint?
I'll see to everything here. Don't worry.
Papa,
I'll be back tonight. Be a good girl while I'm gone, eh?
That good girl made me very uncomfortable.
We can read a little more from my book, alright?
really?
Once we're back, let's all have dinner together.
Why are you referring to us in the plural? There's only you two diseased wretches. I'm not joining you.
Once it's over, we'll regroup back here at night.
Are you sure we can't choose a different tavern, Grius?
Best.
He's walking away. Fuck.
Let's get ourselves ready, then head for the Grand Cathedral.
Now, we could do that, but I have other plans. So, just up the street, right next to the lovely gallows, and somebody with the first name apathetic, last name woman, is Moore's weird ghost thing. Talking to his ghost lets you open up your book, and you'll be transported to the academia. Thank you for coming. You seem to be walking your own path as I expected you would. Splendid. I realize this is sudden, but there's something I wanted to ask of you regarding the power you are all gifted with. I have a task I'd like you to undertake. What do you mean by task?
All right.
Why are you referring to our power as plural? Galaga ain't got shit. To stand fearless in the face of change that may not only alter your form, but reveal the heroic qualities you embody. The heroes of our kingdom's history all showed glimpses of such power, though not to the extent you have. Yet now their tales are largely forgotten, fables in obscurity. A hero standing alone is no hero at all, but a simple dissenter. Without the support of others, their ideals are soon buried beneath history's weight. The same holds true for archetypes. An archetype will only reach their ultimate power once you obtain and unite many heroic embodiments. If you can achieve this, my dream shall too be fulfilled. In this way, I am sure we can take the first step towards the ideal world I described in my novel.
Because you see,
Researching this power is vital for me as well. For our first task, I'd like you to cultivate the heroic embodiment of the healer. I'm certain the task will be a fruitful opportunity for you to hone what draws others to you. That is to say, your outwardly royal virtue. Quest start. Level the healer archetype to rank 10. This can be completed by anyone. Our reward is an increase to our imagination stat and free heroes incense. I hate to be a spoil sport, we're not gonna be worrying about that quest right away. I'll break the news to Moore gently as I can. I don't really want to.
you see.
I assure you it'll be mutually beneficial.
Yes, that's right.
A confrontation with your nemesis is inevitable, is it not? For all your plans and devices, one day you will have to face and fight Count Luis. To that end, you must seek to awaken new and stronger archetypes, and research the way their powers complement one another. Chance encounters often spur a hero to grow, and indeed change the very world around them. As we share a fantasy of ideals, surely I too will share in this growth. And when that happens, my memories may gradually return, the king's seal upon them may fade, such as where this place is, and why the king confined me here. For research, you gain more power, and I regain my memories, and ultimately we reach the utopia I dream of. A mutually beneficial agreement. No, shut the fuck up. Here's what I would love to say, except we actually gotta lock in now because he's about to teach us the most important mechanic in this game.
How good of you.
Skill inheritance is now available. You can now spend mana to unlock previously learned skills and give them to other archetypes. You can individually set the skills each archetype inherits. We don't really have a use for this right now, but keep it in the back of your mind because it's going to be really important for later. For now though, I'd recommend just studying the healer archetype. Actually, I just had a thought. I might as well show it off anyways because what's the harm? And I'll probably forget if I don't do it now. So let's select Mage, and as you can see, here are the 3 skills we can learn. Psych, Hama, and D. Our Mage archetype is able to inherit those 3 skills as those are what Will has learnt on other archetypes. So now when we switch to Healer, you'll see all of our Mage skills were added to the list. However, we're going to ignore that because, once again, we don't really have many skills to inherit right now. We'll probably revisit skill inheritance once we get some levels. And I just realized as I was talking, I am skipping through important plot things. So let me just go back real quick. The scroll has shapes of language I've never seen before. It must be some kind of formula. It says the royal magic at the top. That's a formula for a rather complex spell. When mages devise such intricate magic, they commit the formula to scrolls in advance. Hold on, are you saying the king himself wrote this? Why would it be here of all places? I couldn't begin to tell you. Perhaps the previous king had his reasons for imprisoning me here after all. I would love to decipher its contents, but it will take a good amount of time. It's written in a script I've never laid eyes on before. But before you go, there's just one more thing. Would you mind taking a look at the very end of the scroll? This drawing.
Take a look.
Indeed, it's no more than a simple illustration, but do you not think it bears some resemblance to the Seeker archetype? Moreover, it bears a caption, and mysteriously enough of all the language therein, this is the one part I am able to parse. It says Pedwins, likely the name of a handsome, talented, good-looking, humble prodigy at Marvel Rivals who just hit Diamond at the time of recording. A person's name.
Hang on a second.
Well, that's certainly a mystery on top of an enigma. Makes me wonder what it says.
Adieu.
Should you learn anything new, I would appreciate it very much if you'd share with me. Please examine the scroll whenever you've learned new truths. The only truth I know for real is don't eat yellow snow. Alright, with that out of the way, who wants to learn about the black market? Hey now, elder lad, that's a nice sword you've got there. Relax, I'm no thief, but that sword says you're a mercenary, so I've got a little proposal for you. You must have picked up some mag from fighting monsters, yeah? If you're not using it, let me take it off your hands. By mag, I'm talking about tiny Magla crystal shards. I buy them up on order of the Sanctus Church. The accumulators out there gather it too, but I say they're inefficient. Anyway, what else would you use it for? A pretty sweet deal I'm offering, mate. You can totally trust me even though I can't keep a consistent accent. But as Galaga points out, you also use mag for anything related to the academia. However, it's very convenient if you so happen to be needing money right now. Now, if we talk to him, the mag exchange will purchase mag you've acquired in battle. Mag market price changes day to day, but it's more favorable on days when the weather is bad.
Looking to sell, are you?
Now, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. Now, if we hit exchange, you actually get to see the conversion rate, which is pretty nice. So, 1 mag is worth 2... You know, I'm just gonna keep calling it money or monies for the joke. So, 1 mag is worth 2.0 monies. But maybe tomorrow it's worth 2.5. I don't know. I never used this on my original playthrough. I don't have plans to use it now. Later in the game, you can upgrade the mag broker and increase the, conversion rate so you're getting more money per magla crystal. But you don't really need it. I find you get more than enough money from fights and selling things. And just not enough magla. This playthrough, if I remember it exists, I'll try to use it. But, probably not. Now, moving on to the shops. since we killed the dragon, we're not gonna have to worry about buying a new weapon for Stroll. We're just gonna buy the Kindling Staff for Will.
Yeah.
And sell our vendor trash. Moving on to the armor shop. We're gonna buy Iron Mail for Stroll and an Apprentice Surcoat for Will. The coat gives +2 magic, while the Iron Mail gives +2 endurance. And we also have the option to buy some gear. I'm gonna buy Silver Greaves for Stroll. And... wait, Iron Gauntlets have +2 strength. Okay, change of plans. He's gonna get Iron Gauntlets, even though he has less defense. Because that +2 strength will be really good for him. And I'm actually not gonna bother buying an accessory for Will, because I doubt +2 to his magic stat is gonna make a difference when it's already so high. Now onto the item shop. We're not gonna have too much to do here.
The king wouldn't have looked twice at me, but you can't help but feel sad anyway. You making a purchase today?
Okay, we're mostly just gonna restock on stuff, like expensive medicine. I'll buy the 3, I guess. But as you can see, we got some new items in stock. Most importantly, Ariadne's Thread. When you use them in a dungeon, you'll teleport back to the entrance. I'm just gonna buy 10 of these. They're nice to have, and I'm not out anything. It's probably overkill, but I don't really care. With all that boring stuff out of the way, we can finally go kill a man. I feel like I'm forgetting something.
How fine.
Watch, I'm gonna remember what it is the minute I start a cutscene.
Oh, dear me.
Got it?
It's time to sneak in. Are you ready? Let's go.
All right.
Let's find somewhere out of sight so we can change. And play with each other's wieners. I mean, what?
Lots of lords and nobles. Some generals, too. All the big names are here.
Can you see Grius?
Yo, dog, I know we're trying to plan an assassination, but isn't it disrespectful to talk during a funeral?
I can pick him out.
Can you pick his nose, too? I see a giant booger.
Look there!
What's so wrong about bringing flowers to a funeral, boomer? He's just trying to show his respect.
Isn't that the flower straight from the king's garden?
And a common-blooded man bearing them to a funeral? Does the man know no shame? That's tantamount to declaring himself royalty. You barbarian.
Hey now, funerals are no place for name-calling. I'm sure Luis is going through a lot right now.
Your fool of a king is dead.
They actually, that's actually a nickname for one another.
Aristocrats and simpering clergy. He withered and died under his own weakness.
See, he's really upset. It's the nobles' fault, guys. They gave the king Mufat.
Lord Louis speaks true. The nobles are to blame.
Names are guilty!
But open your eyes, and you will see the crisis in our nation. I will show you truth, the truth of reality. You've all been sheltered, blinded by walls of stone. Behold a human corpse! They are no mere rumor. They lurk and nest across the very land you call home. A fortress at the border was raised by a human mere days ago. How long before we're overrun? You can only blame your king's weakness. And thus, who deserves his crown? A man of proven strength!
A man so skibbity, they'd call him.
Against what ruler, Blueblood? The dead cannot be betrayed. Let your late king's soul bear witness. Let Louis Squeerburn be named the true and rightful ruler of Uchronia.
My cringe senses are tingling.
Hey, what do we...
What's happening?
Such power. It can't be.
The palace!
Could this be the king's own magic?
I am Hypnodius V.
His Majesty?
The people of my land desire a new king, and I shall provide.
Though I may provide you a new king, your animated cutscene budget ran out. Back to in-game cutscenes with you!
It can't be. His Majesty, the king? How?
He was dead? Why?
Be silent! Let him speak.
Yeah, I literally just said, let the rock man cook.
O kingless, time is finite before my soul departs this benighted world. In 4 moons of life past death, there shall come a reckoning, a day of the hero. Upon that day, whosoever hath truly earned the greatest faith of the citizenry shall ascend to...
And you must earn the faith of the people, and not by any other potential means. Not that I'm singling out anyone in specific.
Faith of the citizenry. Truly.
From the lofty heaven shall my unfading soul look down upon thee, and from the whispered hopes of thine anxious hearts shall those to whom thine allegiances lie be laid bare.
What's happening?
I hear thy voices ring out in clarion truth. Here and now witness the faces of those most desired to become king.
It's Vorden. Count Louise! Count Louise is there too!
They're all candidates.
Ah! What glorious spectacle! The mantle of king is mine by rights and providence.
And by wiener size.
We gather to mourn his majesty, and you desecrate it. You would befoul the throne, blackguard.
So be it. Shall we test that? Good people, is Vorden truly fit to be king? Or shall you cast off the shackles of blind faith? We need not be chained to birth or tribe. In my word, we are a people equal and united. I shall be your shield from the human menace. Together, peace is within our grasp.
When my village burned, the church did nothing.
There's no way we can fight those monsters alone.
And those of us in bonds? Will we too be protected?
Don't be fooled! He's not the man you think he is!
Hey, look! Count Luis! He's catching up to Vorden!
Can the giant thing really see what we're thinking?
Luis, you've led the people's hearts astray!
No future exists without the power to eliminate the human crisis. Those who stand at my side, who oppose the powers that be, my protection is yours. Or refuse my hand and perish. I will lead us over your corpses.
You mean, just as you killed the king?
A country is heavier than a crown, and he could not bear it. Retribution past due.
You vile!
He cares nothing for the blood on his hands.
Damn you, Luis! You think you truly deserve the crown? You doom us all!
I'm kicking you out of the rebellion, Stroll. Don't you dare badmouth Pookie Bear like that.
Kingslayer deserves only death!
Nah, homie, I'm staying. I want to see the angry mob you just riled up.
Where's Grius?
Oh, dude, he's Naruto running for maximum speed. Look at that form. I declare you cringe.
Alcest?
I shall not suffer the defiance of my people's will. In my name art thou punished.
Punished?
I love the way he says punished.
Impressive. One of the royal family's dog. Rather poetic, I suppose. See how he has rewarded your loyalty.
Yes! 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 Let's make this funeral interesting!
I warned you, this is the price of defiance. Though I hadn't expected the king's own magic on my side. So be it. Rally behind me. I will shield you from injustice. Rise above birth and circumstance, for they mean nothing!
Count Luis is our only hope!
What choice do we have? He'll kill any against him!
Okay, now in his defense, he did just have a man run at him with a butter knife.
Whosoever has most earned my people's faith shall ascend upon my throne to rule, according to my judgment. Be thou criminal, pauper, or noble, thy claim is decided not by stature or trial. I shall bear witness. From this heavenly seat I am nigh omnipotent. Look to the faces carved upon this rock, and see thou the faces of the chosen. I shall brook no sabotage or obstruction of this trial. Let all hear me and obey.
I can just imagine Grius somehow getting up with the knife wound in his chest. What did you just say, laddie?
Damned!
Hey, Grius! Grius!
Damn it!
Luis!
Alcest.
The sun sets on old fossils. It is a new dawn, and its light shines upon Lord Luis as king.
Stand down!
Damned meddlers. So your wish is to die, is it? Your bones will be monuments to Lord Luis's glory!
He defiles the dead!
But Lord Luis has sent me here on an important errand.
What errand?
It seems I'll need considerable time to accumulate the Magla. Until it's done, however, I'm afraid I'll have to borrow the cathedral. The day the king's mourning ends will become the day of calamity. If you mean to interfere, then die.
Stand strong! The souls of the dead do not return. He manipulates them as puppets with foul magic.
Brace yourselves, everyone!